What if the person sitting next to you was about to betray you? What if they smiled at you, broke bread with you, and already knew they would destroy you before morning? This is the story of the most famous betrayal in human history. Jerusalem. The night before Passover. 13 men gather in an upper room. The air is warm, the table is set. Oil lamps flicker against the stone walls. For 3 years, these men had walked together, eaten together, suffered together. They had left everything behind to follow one man, and tonight he invited them to share one final meal. They didn't know it yet, but this was the Last Supper. The evening began like any other gathering. Laughter, conversation, the comfort of brotherhood. But something was different. Jesus was quiet. His eyes moved slowly across the room, resting on each face, one by one. He knew. He had always known. Among the 12 men he called his closest friends, one had already made a deal in the dark. One had already counted the silver. One had already sealed his fate. And the hour was approaching. Then Jesus spoke, and with 5 words, he shattered the silence. One of you will betray me. Matthew chapter 26, verse 21. The room went cold. Every hand froze. Every breath stopped. The weight of those words pressed down on that room like a stone rolled over a tomb. One of you. Not a stranger, not an enemy. One of you. And then, chaos. "Surely not I, Lord," one voice called out. Then another, then another. 12 men, searching each other's faces. Confusion, disbelief, fear. Peter's jaw tightened. John leaned closer. Thomas shook his head. Every man in that room looked at the man beside him and wondered. "Is it me?" they asked. "Lord, is it me?" The question echoed off the walls like a prayer no one wanted answered. Because deep down, every one of them knew. They were all capable, every single one. But one man didn't ask. One man sat perfectly still, his hands resting on the table, his eyes fixed forward. Judas Iscariot. He already knew the answer. He had known it for days. 30 pieces of silver, already promised. A kiss of betrayal, already planned. And yet, he sat there, at the same table, eating the same bread, looking into the eyes of the man he was about to hand over to death. His silence was deafening. And then, Jesus did something no one expected. He took the bread. He broke it. He gave thanks. "This is my body," he said, "which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." Luke chapter 22, verse 19. He knew what was coming. The arrest, the trial, the cross, and still, he broke the bread. Not in anger, not in sorrow, but in sacrifice. Every piece he tore was a promise. Every piece was love. And still, he gave it to him. He handed the bread to the very man who would betray him. Not with fury, not with judgment, but with grace. The ultimate act of a love that defies all human understanding. Even betrayal could not stop what was coming. The cross was never the end. It was the beginning, and love never failed.